We'll leave this hearing for now to take you live to the U.S. House, where members are gaveling in for morning business. You can continue watching this hearing live at cspan.org. We do plan to rejoin it when the House recesses. And now to live coverage of the U.S. House here on C-SPAN.
The House will be in order. The Chair lays before the House a communication from the Speaker.
The Speaker's Rooms, Washington, D.C., May 10, 2011. I hereby appoint the Honorable Tom Graves to act as Speaker pro tempore on this day. Signed, John A. Boehner, Speaker of the House of Representatives.
Pursuant to the order of the House of January 5, 2011, the Chair will now recognize members from lists submitted by the majority and minority leaders for morning hour debate. The Chair will alternate recognition between the parties, with each party limited to 1 hour and each member other than the majority and minority leaders and the minority whip limited to 5 minutes each, but in no event shall debate continue beyond 1:50 p.m. The Chair now recognizes the gentleman from Virginia, Mr. Conley, for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. 1 year after the Deepwater Horizon oil spill, Americans are paying record gas prices. In Northern Virginia, gas that used to cost $3 per gallon now costs $4. The gas price hike is a result of instability in the Middle East and possible oil speculation, and is a reminder of our dangerous dependence on foreign oil. Sadly, our Republican colleagues are not advancing legislation to help our hard-pressed consumers. Their plan would line the pockets of big oil, which saw its profits skyrocket 30% with those rise in oil prices. Fortunately, there are positive steps we can take to promote energy independence here in America, to protect consumers, improve vehicle efficiency, boost production of domestic renewable energy, and convert oil industry tax breaks into gas price relief for our consumers. America owns 1.5% of the world's oil, but consumes 22.5%. So we can't drill our way to energy independence. The only way to end our dependence on foreign oil and reduce gas prices is by improving automobile efficiency and developing new sources of clean domestic energy. Energy independence is going to depend on reducing our oil consumption and shifting to domestic forms of energy like wind, solar, biofuels, and gas. Energy independence will save consumers money and protect us from the instability of the Middle East. At the end of 2010, Congress extended tax credits for biofuels and production of wind and solar energy. These tax credits increased wind energy production by nearly 43% in just 2 years. So extending them is an important step to increase the supply of domestic energy. Under the authority of the Clean Air Act, President Obama and automakers recently announced an agreement to improve the efficiency of automobiles by 30% by 2016. This agreement will save consumers $3,000 for each car purchased 5 years from now. Here's another way of looking at it. If you could save 30% at the pump, better fuel efficiency would more than offset the recent spike in gas prices. Unfortunately, oil companies and their allies here in Congress are trying to roll back much of this progress. Republican Speaker Boehner forced through legislation which would repeal much of the Clean Air Act, hurting American consumers and undermining our national security. Last week, the leadership in the House passed legislation to short-circuit safety rules for oil production off America's coast, increasing the likelihood of another Deepwater Horizon catastrophe. Their legislation would also allow oil exploration that would impede naval operations off the Chesapeake Bay in Virginia. This week, they now want to attempt to pass a bill allowing for more oil drilling, even if it interferes with military bases or endangers coastal economies. I do not support reckless efforts to allow unregulated oil drilling, which endangers coastal economies and national security. Last week, I introduced amendments to these oil drilling bills. One would strike the anti-safety language and add a provision to repeal $37 billion in oil company tax loopholes. The amendment would remit this money to American drivers. Averaged among licensed drivers, my amendment would give $185 to every licensed driver in America, reducing the equivalent price of gasoline by 27 cents a gallon. The other amendment was written to protect national security. It simply required that the Commander-in-Chief, in consultation with the Secretary of Defense, certify that before we drill for oil off the coast of Virginia, that they certify it does not hamper national security and naval operations. I was shocked that all but a handful of Republicans voted to kill this common-sense amendment. Since the leadership has blocked efforts to include real gas price relief in their oil drilling bills, I'm introducing standalone legislation to assist consumers. The bill, entitled the Gas Price Relief Act, will terminate tax loopholes for oil companies while rebating the savings to our hard-pressed commuters throughout America. There are many positive steps, Mr. Speaker, we can take to reduce our dependence on foreign oil, steps that will include clean energy, renewable energy, and efficiency in our vehicles. That's the path we need to take if we're going to reduce our reliance on foreign oil and achieve genuine energy independence. With that, I yield back.
The gentleman yields back. Pursuant to Clause 12A of Rule 1, the Chair declares the House in recess until 2 p.m. today.
So as you heard, the House is in recess until 2 this afternoon for legislative business. Members are expected to continue working on a bill dealing with offshore oil drilling permits, which members began work on last week. Also, debate on a bill on Haiti relief